Hello, beautiful ones. Come on in, come on. Hi, Nate. Hello. It's funny, I'm doing these lives more and more. I like it because it's unscripted. And hi, Amber. I had another talk today on a panel. I'll tell you guys more about that later. And I'm sitting here reflecting before my ride is here, my driver's here. What's going on? So this is part 2 of the identity shakeup that we've been talking about. And I want to drop some transmission, share some frequency with you today around the idea of confusing performancehood with personhood. And a lot of us have taken on these roles in our families, in our community, at work, in our environment, because that's what people expect, right? You're the responsible one, you're the caretaker, you're the peaceful one, you're fill in the blank. And a lot of times those roles are incongruent and inconsistent with the truth of who we are. So this identity shakeup is all about dismantling these false inner narratives that produce these outer scripts and circumstances that don't support the authenticity of who we are. So I'm really in a season of stepping more boldly, profoundly, and eloquently into my own authenticity, and I'm supporting other people in doing that. So if you're here and you're receiving this transmission, then there is a part of you that is getting this beyond the logical, thinking, rational mind. And it might hit a chord of deep truth and resonance because there may be some aspect of your life, of your expression, of your communication, and your identity narrative that is false, inaccurate, outdated, and it's time for a revision. So that is what we're doing here. We're revising in real time. And Joseph, are you here yet? So I just have a few moments. Some great things on the horizon, and I'm excited to share with you. And I spoke on the panel, and a lot of people afterwards came up to me and shared with me what resonated with them. And one of them was the concept of this validation loop of needing external validation and confirmation. And one woman shared that, you know, she was trying to break free from that. And so one of the things that I can offer when you are confusing your avatar, if you will, with the truth of you is to hit pause. You're confusing your performance with your personhood. And you know, my mother used to say something to me when I was a child actor. She used to say, you have to separate the act from the actor. So you have to separate the writer from the writer. I don't think that applies. But you get my analogy. You get what I'm saying here. Like, you aren't the roles that you play. You aren't all of the ways that you show up in the world. There's actually a dimension of you that is fully whole, fully intact, fully designed with the blueprint, your unique blueprint, to speak in the language that only you can speak, to show up on this planet and deliver gifts that only you can give. And that is the journey and process of life. That's the hero's journey that Joseph Campbell talks about. It's answering the call. And a lot of us are shedding these masks and these fake identities, fake in the sense that they may have represented you in one point in time, but it's almost like we're buffering, where the screen gets still, it gets stuck. And sometimes our identity gets stuck on that frame when it's time for that image to move forward. And so, but that requires some conscious thought. It requires some management, some disengagement, meaning you have to kind of see yourself from a distance. So one of the things that I talked about on the panel today is a scripting prompt that I use, and that scripting prompt is, I used to believe blank And what that does is that it creates some separation from you and whatever identity that you're holding, because that is where your locus of power is. When you can separate yourself from your thoughts, when you can separate yourself from your roles, you can separate yourself from the habitual things that you've been doing, people that you've been engaging with, and identity that you've been seeing in your mirror. A lot of times we want to change the reflection in the mirror, thinking, if we move the mirror or clean it a little better, it'll get cleaner. But no, the cleansing is internal. It rests here. And when this shifts, then the external has no choice but to reflect that. So, kind of on a tangent. Who's here? Let me say hi. I think I saw my brother. Hi, William. I see you. Yes, confusing your performance with your personhood. You are not the roles ascribed to you, assigned to you. Some of you are handed scripts that you're still living out. I know that I've done that a big portion of my life, especially being in this business, being an actress. I was too this, not enough that. I remember, it's an interesting story. I remember I had a manager who told me once, she said to me, "You're pretty, but you're not Jada Pinkett Smith pretty." It's like, oh, okay. So her point in that is that she didn't feel like she could put me forward to this particular job because I wasn't Jada Pinkett Smith pretty, whatever that means. I mean, God bless Jada. She's obviously amazingly gorgeous. That's pretty clear. And I have my own brand of beauty. But I mean, I don't need to debate that. That's a non-factor. The point is that she had casted me. She had written a script for me, and for a while I lived in that template. Like I believed that, and it kind of subconsciously and unconsciously seeped in. So my invitation for you is to, and again, that's a very surface, insignificant example, because I don't like to focus on so much the external, but I think the deeper symbolic meaning of that is relevant here. And look, you may not have been told you're not Jada Pinkett Smith pretty, but you may have been told that you're not enough for this or too much of that. And to look in the ways and areas of your life that could still be playing out. Even though you may have consciously rejected it, a lot of us still play out these unconscious, subconscious roles that people try to script out for us. So the power is in, as you can tell, my work is deeply identity narrative driven, because you only do things consistent with the level of the belief that you have about yourself. You can't scale your life or scale your transformation without rewriting, renegotiating that inner script, that inner dialogue that is telling you this is possible or this isn't. So I think I'm going to have to hop off soon. This is for you, media. You're here. Thank you. Uh-oh. Let's not fall apart. Who else is here? Hi, Billy. I see you. We can let others, we can't let others write us. Yes, that's true. But the key is some of us are being written and we don't even know. So, thank you. This is from You Media, is inviting everyone to go into my Life Unscripted, which I do have my fruit walks. I'm going to be doing a fruit walk soon. Send me an emoji of what fruit I should do next. I think I'm feeling like some papaya. I'm feeling that divine, feminine, fertile energy, like I'm birthing new things. So if you are in a season of birthing, and that has nothing to do with male or female, it has to do with the energetics of the womb of creation, and then birthing forth something that has come from the invisible into the visible, because that's what the birth canal is. And if you want to join me on that, sorry, I just got an email. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. So pineapples, yes, I just had some pineapple this morning. Way to go, Nate. Thank you for pouring into us. You are so welcome. Mango, yes. Ooh, I want a good mango. Y'all are making me hungry. Who's gonna join me on my fruit walk? I'm gonna take this national. We're gonna start fruit walking all over the place. It's not just the taking in the fruit and the nourishment and the seeds and what you're seeding and planting, but it's literally walking into your new identity, walking into your greatest yet to be. Grapes, I see you. This is for you, medium. So, all right, this was my identity shakeup for today, and I will be back with some more. But if this resonated with you, put it down there. Someone else might see that. I really want us to focus on being a distribution site of empowerment, of inspiration, so that whoever comes across you, comes in your lane, in your path, something in them has shifted. And it can be imperceptible. It doesn't have to be major. It doesn't have to be for the gram. Just activate that part of you that is really here to activate something in someone else. Okay, so that is my invitation for you today. Hopefully you were activated and you received this transmission in the spirit and the energetic by which I am giving it. My heart to yours. So also pass it. Yes, fruit walk, Billy. Fruit walk all day. Fruit walk, fruit walk. I'll be doing that soon. Share this with someone. Let me know what resonated with you. Let me know where you are confusing performance for personhood. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go back and read this, because I can guarantee you, if you not read it, listen to it. If you listen to it again, there's going to be aspects of this that hits you a little bit differently. All right. Okay, y'all. Bye.